Back again with Jonas and Brad.
This is Jonas, and I'm Brad.
Yep. And we're going to talk about weed some more here.
We're in the mood to talk about weed.
Well, let's talk about what weed's good for, for ailments.
Wait. First, I think we should do our disclaimer.
Yeah.
This is for
novelty, knowledge, and documentation
and
purposes
entertainment
only.
purposes
And entertainment,
only.
yeah.
And we are exercising our right to the freedom of speech.
First Amendment.
First Amendment. All right, good. So
Okay, so weed.
yeah.
Let's talk about the ailments that weed is good for.
I
We go down a list here. Insomnia, depression. Sorry. Bipolar. Cancer.
Yeah.
But wait, not cancer, because I want to do ones that are not debilitating diseases.
Okay. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder,
Yeah.
which
Rape
I'm
victims.
diagnosed with, so I could probably be a candidate for medical marijuana.
Yep.
Um,
They're actually, with this legalization stuff they have, we're actually doing studies on people with certain ailments that to see what marijuana could be used for, to treat certain ailments and stuff, because that way, it's not just for debilitating diseases like cancer and AIDS and, HIV and glaucoma and, a lot of other few things, like spasticity in the muscles,
yeah.
but which I think is great.
MS.
MS, multiple sclerosis, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to forget that,
Yeah.
which is great because a friend of mine had MS and he had these like spasms in his legs and it's for Parkinson's too,
Yeah.
which is debilitating. And I just really think that that's great, that they're going to do that, but whether or not the government gets off their ass or not, that's another subject we can just talk about another time. But
when was pot illegalized?
1937.
1937. Okay. And before that,
Actually, in the 70s, that's when they really started to really bust people for it. I mean, did you guys know about the prohibition of alcohol? I think it was in the 30s. Was it in the 30s?
Yeah.
Or the 20s? It was either the 20s or the 30s that prohibition of
something
alcohol.
like
That failed. They proved that prohibition period failed. Like, if people are going to want to do something, especially drugs, I think the government should just not legalize it per se, but be like, we'll make it legal for certain uses. Like you can do it a certain way. Like for instance, did you know ecstasy was given to rape victims to help them cope with their trauma?
I didn't know that, really.
Yeah. People were back in the day. I don't remember what year it was, but back in the day, dude, they gave rape victims ecstasy to help them cope with their trauma because they realized that they became more open and more loving and more, like, love you, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was great. They did group therapy with these people, and it was wonderful, dude. And then they legalized. They made ecstasy legal, and now they can't prescribe it, and I think that really sucks because MDMA is actually, in its raw form, it's actually very, very helpful to a lot of people. Like, I've seen people with severe, not mood disorders, but anxiety problems. Social anxiety, environmental anxiety. Things take ecstasy and be like the most extroverted people or whatever. Instead of being an introvert, they're an extrovert, and introvert and extrovert are two different things here. And then these introverts turned into extroverts, and these extroverts, just like it just totally uplifts their ability to be, to be more social. Like my girlfriend Lauren, she's got severe social anxiety and environmental anxiety, which would stop her from being, being able to work a job or anything like that. Unfortunately, but I really don't think that it's I don't think it's right.
I don't really.
Do you agree with me when I say that it's your body? You'll do what the fuck you want to it.
I do.
You tattoo yourself. You fucking do drugs.
I've got a few of them.
Yeah.
I've got like 4 tattoos.
Yeah, and then like that's your high, man.
Well, what I think is that drugs that make people violent
should not be legal.
Should not be legal. But like marijuana, very relaxing drug.
Yeah.
Should be legal.
Yeah.
Non-harmful.
Yeah, very, very non-harmful.
Me and him are 2 stoners, and
yeah, I'm fucking major pothead.
We're very mellow, you know, very calm and cool, collected, you know.
I mean,
We don't really bother nobody.
I also want to say something about that too. I met Brad. What has it been 3 months?
4, I think.
I think it's like 3 or 4. Right?
Yeah,
I met him about 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Me and Brad met through a mutual friend named Mark, and he lives right next door to our mutual friend. And when I met him, I liked him. You know, we clicked immediately, and you know, we've been friends ever since, dude. It's great. You know, and we always have a good time. We have fun. We chat about whatever. We get high. We drink. You know, and he actually quit drinking liquor, which I think is mucho cool. And you know, because that shit just poisons you, man.
Well, I was kind of turning into a little bit of an alcoholic.
Yeah, drinking every day.
So yeah, I was like drinking like straight up Jack Daniels every day. I'd sit here. I was so like bored. I'd sit here by myself and just like down like a fifth of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
So you know, I kind of got away from that and started smoking more weed.
Yep.
Which has helped me more.
All right, we got 4 minutes, dude. Let's talk about growing pot.
Growing pot.
What do you think about growing pot?
Growing pot. Okay.
Do you think that's a good idea? I mean, like, I know it's illegal.
It's illegal. You gotta be very careful. If you do do it,
do it the right way.
Right. Obviously, you guys probably know the difference between male and female plants, and you probably obviously know that you need to separate.
Difference between indica and sativa, if you're
right.
well knowledgeable about it. Yeah.
I think, isn't the indica plant the one that mellows you out a little bit?
Yeah, it's actually a narcotic buzz. It's like a narcotic buzz. Don't get me wrong, it's not narcotic.
It's not narcotic, but it's like it.
It's very mellow, a very drowsy kind of feeling.
Yeah,
and
there
are
the sativa
different forms of sativa. Indica. So.
Yeah, and the sativa plant.
It's very uplifting.
Yeah,
very
like an uplifting.
soaring high. And
yeah.
Like kind of never ending almost. And,
yeah, it's like an energizing almost.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I personally prefer the indica plant. I like the down kind of feeling.
Yeah,
you know, relaxed.
I like both. When they crossbreed sativa with indica, it's like a cross between, you know, like a Hindu Kush and you know, an Afghani. Afghani is one of the most famous indica plants in Hindu, or even Godblood, dude. That's pretty good shit.
Yeah.
Sour Diesel is another.
I actually smoked some bud one time called AK-47.
Yeah, that shit was bomb.
All right, I took about 3 hits off this joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took like 3 hits off this joint. It was wrapped in orange hairs.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, 3 hits, and I was fried.
Yeah, actually, when I was in Alaska, in Anchorage, they had this stuff called Alaskan Thunderfuck, ATF.
Really?
And I'll tell you right now, dude, my friend, he put it on a screen, like one of those keef tray things, but you break up the pot inside of the tray.
Yep.
And then it grabs the keef on the bottom of it on like a glass slate. And he broke up like not even a gram, and he had enough keef to roll a joint.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and we instead of rolling a joint out of the keef, we actually kept it for a few days and just kept building it up and building it up and building it up. And he had a really good connection, man. I'm telling you what, dude, the shit was great. And 2 hits, man, I was fucking gone, you know. And not just gone, but also we were smoking out of like a homemade pipe here, man. It's got like this face mask and like those breathing things with the tube, and then like a cool little bowl on the top. And fucking, he put one pipe, enough for like 2 hits, man.
You know what? I have to ask you, Jonas.
Yeah.
What is your favorite pipe to smoke out of?
Pipe or
pipe
or anything. Just my favorite method of smoking.
You know, hookah or bong. What's your favorite, man?
What if I have more than one favorite? Can I actually like narrow it down to like 3 favorites?
Yeah, go for it.
My first favorite would be joints. My second is bowls. I'd honestly have to admit my third would probably be bongs. You know?
All right. See, his third.
What are yours?
His third favorite is bongs, but bongs are my all-time favorite. I love smoking out of bongs.
I like them, yeah.
You know, I like taking a good old fucking rip off her and, you know, coughing my ass off and cough to get off.
Yeah,
and my second favorite is a good old, you know, fat joint.
Yeah,
I like that. You know, wrapped in like some blueberry papers or something.
Yeah, Juicy J's is the shit.
Yeah, Juicy J's. Yeah. And
should be promotion for these people, right?
Yeah, right.
Do like promotion shit, man, right?
And of course, blunts are always good too.
Yeah.
I've smoked a few of them in my day, and
920.
Yeah, I got
almost 10, man.
Dude, you notice?
A few seconds here.
Go for it.
Yeah, I just want to say that I love all the people who are about legalization of weed. You know, everybody, all these people helping everybody know about pot. You know, I think these scientists are really going to help us a lot. You know, like, because when you have you know, I mean, we really don't have a lot of time left, but when you have a outstanding citizen that is a scientist or somebody who can actually study this governmentally, you know, it's going to be really, you know, we'll get back to this another time.
Yeah, catch you on the next video. Peace.